Yo, what is up, guys? You're watching James Carter TV. Back here once again today for another video for you guys. Yeah, once again for you guys. And I know you're thinking, why aren't you wearing the Chris Johnson jersey? I thought this was supposed to be an NFL jersey. Why aren't you wearing the Chris Johnson jersey? I think because my mom probably put it in the washer. Fuck that bitch. I'm sick of her washing my damn clothes. But anyway, let's get into the video. Top 5 teams in the NFL. I'm here with, once again, Chase Oliver, 68. Say something to the people.
Guys?
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to let you go first with your number 5 team in the NFL.
Number 5 team in the NFL? Well, it's the team from the NFC North. That's right. My team is the Green Bay Packers at number 5. Reigning Super Bowl champs, yes. But are they contenders? With all these big offseason moves that are being made, I really think the Green Bay Packers, they do have the team chemistry, but I really think that they might be struggling this year due to the fact that during the lockout, they weren't working out at all. And they didn't look too great in preseason, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. My number 5 is none other than the Atlanta Falcons. Now, last year, they did have a pretty good record, and they choked in the playoffs. I still think that they're still a very good team, though. Hopefully Matt Ryan won't choke this time, and they can go farther in the playoffs, but we'll see about that one. Okay, what is your number 4?
Number 4 team, well, the Green Bay Packers played them in the Super Bowl. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'm not a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but you look at that offense run by Big Ben. Big Ben ain't one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he is definitely a leader. And he leads that team to victory. And you got the steel curtain, that defense, damn. I think they're very good this year. And I feel if they stay injury-free, I feel the Steelers have a good chance of making that Super Bowl again.
Yep, I also have the Steelers as my number 4 pick. You know, the Steelers, they've been around for a while. Their roster really doesn't change that much, but they're still a great team. People are starting to worry about the age factor, but there's no need to worry about that. I still think that they're a great team. They're keeping their team steady. They're keeping the same players, which is still good, you know, because they still went to the Super Bowl, which doesn't mean that they really need improvements, which, you know, is fine. But since a lot of teams are improving, they may need to start improving next offseason. But yeah, the Steelers are my number 4 pick. What is your number 3?
My number 3 pick, Vince Young called them the dream team, the Eagles. Reason why the Eagles are number 3, not just because they're off-season acquisitions, but you got Michael Vick. Michael Vick's a great quarterback. Not a great quarterback, but he's a good quarterback to keep defenses guessing and saying, what is he going to do next? Is he going to run the ball? Is he going to pass the ball? You know, Vick has that if factor that can change games, and he has if factor receivers that can change games. The reason why they're not higher on my list is because that if factor could easily go away. But they have a tough defense nowadays. And once they get that chemistry going later in the season, the Eagles will be making some noise.
Yeah, my number 3 is none other than the New York Jets. Yes, they like to blah, 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 talk, all this smack. Will they finally get it done this year? Will they finally go to the Super Bowl and win? You know, Rex Ryan might like to think so, but I'm not really sure about that one. I don't know if they're really going to get as far, but, you know, Mark Sanchez is improving. That's at least a plus. But, you know, I'm going to have to keep my number 3 for me. All right, what is your number 2?
Well, my number 2 is your number 3, the New York Jets. Let's face it, the New York Jets has probably done one of the most scariest defenses in the league besides the Steelers. You look at the Jets' corners, you're scared. You look at the linebackers, you're scared. Defensive line, not so much. But when you get into that deep secondary, God, you are afraid to pass the ball. And then when many teams try to run the ball, they just run a corner blitz. You know, their offense is probably their weakest point with, you know, Mark Sanchez trying to improve a little bit, getting rid of some top receivers like Braylon Edwards and Jericho Crotchery away, guys that really helped them, in my opinion. And you just have a Antonio Holmes, and you don't know clearly who the running back is, kind of like faults them down a little bit. But besides that, with that defense, could keep them into the close games to help them win certain games with like an easy Mark Sanchez touchdown throw, not like a complicated 80-yard throw to Santonio Holmes.
Okay, my number 2 was your number 3, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, Joe, the Eagles are my number 2, so yeah, come fuck down. You know what, the Eagles, they will improve, but, you know, there is that one variable. Vic, can he stay healthy? Now, at least they'll have a decent backup quarterback in Vince Young, but, you know, they're going to need Michael Vick to stay healthy and lead this team to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl, if they're going to really have a chance. He needs to stay healthy. What is your number 1 team?
It's probably your number 1, because how can you say this team is not the number 1? New England Patriots. Defensive line, scary. They have a second-year corner who got 9 or 10 interceptions last year. Monster. Secondary's getting better. Linebacker core, pretty good. Albert Hainsworth motivated to play, scary as fuck. Weak offensive line is probably their weak point. But besides that, you got Brady, you have Wes Welker, you have Woodhead, you have a lot of sleepers on that team that can rise out of nowhere. To me, I feel the Patriots are always a sleeper team. They always have one player every year that comes out and shines from them no matter what. And I feel this year they're going to have a sleeper. And I don't know who it is. It's going to be a sleeper player. But you got good receivers. Overall, I feel they have the perfect package to once again win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. And I hate to say that, but it's true.
You were wrong, actually. My number 1 is not your number 1. My number 1 is none other than the Tennessee Titans. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it is the New England Patriots. I mean, let's be quite honest here. You know, Tom Brady, he's looking good. He's getting rid of the Justin Bieber hair, hopefully. But in all seriousness, they added Albert Hainsworth with something they needed a big move. They got a big move. Tom Brady, even though he's aging, he's still a great quarterback. He showed that last year. As you're saying, their defense is improving. They have a lot of sleepers. I think they're going to end up being a great team this year. So, let's get into the Super Bowl predictions. Who do you see winning the AFC?
The AFC, tough conference. Well, not really tough conference because every year it's either Steelers, Patriots, or Colts in that Super Bowl for the past 10 years almost. To be honest with you, just because I said Patriots are my number 1 doesn't mean I don't think they will go to the Super Bowl. But in this case, the way that they're playing, if they have healthy players, I think the Patriots dominating the AFC and the AFC Championship, most likely Patriots-Steelers, or that famous rivalry, Patriots-Colts.
And who do you see coming out of the NFC?
The NFC, now this is a sleeper division. We always have random teams for the past 10 years come in, and most of the time, those teams are not the top teams. You notice the 1 and 2 seed, the last time I believe that I've seen a 1 and 2 seed that I've been watching for a while, because I did take a break from football, was the Saints going in as a top seed to the Super Bowl. But most of the times we get the wild card team going in, and this is going to be kind of throwy, but many are probably going to say, I'm just going to back up why. I see the Atlanta Falcons actually going for the NFC. I feel that the Falcons will probably end up being either the 5th or 6th seed, probably getting that wild card spot, because I feel the Saints will take over the NFC South this year based on their schedule. And I feel the Falcons just overall, they got the Julio Jones because they believe he is the guy that can help them get that Super Bowl ring. They have a very decent, defense, and they realize now that their defense has to play less zone and more man-to-man to beat big-time receivers like a Greg Jennings or, all these superstars. And with Matt Ryan, Matty Ice plays as he does with his offense, I feel the Falcons could easily lead it, and we will have Patriots-Falcons in the Super Bowl this year.
Okay, so for me, coming out of the AFC, I see, actually, even though I really hate this team, I actually do see the New York Jets coming out. Even though there's a lot of hope, even though I said the Patriots will be number 1, just because you're the best team doesn't mean you're gonna make it all the way. I do see maybe just that one little mistake coming on in the playoffs that would just stop the Patriots from getting there. I will see the New York Jets, and also coming out of the NFC, I also see the Atlanta Falcons. Now, last year, I actually thought the Atlanta Falcons were going to go to the Super Bowl and win. I was wrong. But I'm still going to have faith in this team. I still think they're going to do well. And who do you see winning it all in the Super Bowl?
That's a tough call, especially since I chose Patriots, Falcons. just looking at it right now as both teams stands, I see the Patriots right now. I feel if Atlanta doesn't get pressure on Tom, they have a great defensive line, in my opinion. Not one of the best, but, I feel if they can get the pressure on Tom Brady and have Tom Brady throw those interceptions to the mediocre corners or safeties of the Atlanta Falcons, it could be the Falcons' game. And they also need Roddy White to be that premier receiver and face the double coverage that he's going to be taking during that game. But I see the Patriots winning overall.
I went with them last year. I'm going to go with them this year. Atlanta Falcons winning this. You know what? Especially since I picked the New York Jets versus the Falcons. I really don't see Mark Sanchez carrying a team to win a Super Bowl yet. Maybe this will be the last push they need. Maybe 2013 they'll win the Super Bowl. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Falcons. Maybe it's just me being stubborn since I'm from Atlanta. I don't know. I just got a feeling. If I'm right, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say I told you so. Slap my ass. All that shit I'm going to do. So let's just stay tuned for that. But thank you, Chase Oliver, for sticking around, making these videos. We're going to have a great NFL season.
Oh, baby. Also, one thing that I'm going to say, James, about the Super Bowl is I'm going to cry whoever loses because I want Turner or LT to win a ring at least. Former Chargers, by the way, guys. That's why.
yeah, that is true. Former Chargers. But thank you for watching this video, guys. Oh, thank God we actually had an NFL season because we were starting to doubt that. But you know what? We got it. Top us some football. Alright, peace out.